Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. And last time we managed to assault the Ringwraith's lair and even managed to rescue Bori. So what is next to do? We've been successful, right? We've achieved our purpose, right? Let's find out.
Bori desired to thank you for his rescue.
After so much loss of life, we have at last accomplished what the hidden guard set out to do, Pine Wolf. The dwarf Bori is free of the dungeons of Dol Guldur. The only task that remains now is for the Golden Host to lay siege to the fortress for as long as it can and provide the distraction Lord Celeborn desired. Bori is inside Nothgar, the central tower of Thongohad. He desired to thank you for his rescue. Okay, I suppose that we can do that. And that would be inside that tower, I presume. Bori and Broin are together, able to speak with each other at long last after all those tribulations ever since Broin was first taken in and dragged in by the Watcher and spent all that time in that cave alone. And then soon after we found Broin, then Bori was captured at Zabagatho. But finally, the two cousins, or I guess second cousins, are able to speak with each other once again.
To be rescued thus, I do not have the words to tell you.
Pinewolf, I cannot thank you enough. I thought I had seen the last of you in Zabagatho, deep in the depths of Moria. To be rescued thus, I do not have the words to tell you. But it is not enough to be free. While still the enemy bears Ziegelbert because of my actions, we must recover the axe of Mithril before it can be used for some great evil. And we must see Gorathol defeated. Well, he's not too happy about what Gorathol did, I presume. Alright, I suppose the ruin is all I need.
During my imprisonment, to pass the time, I recited to myself the old stories.
The old stories that Broin and I listened to during our childhood days. Tales of Khazad-dûm, mostly, and the quest of the dragon upon which our grandfathers adventured. Though the long hours of my captivity, I came to remember details from these stories I had long since forgotten. I remember how Gandalf brought to Thorin Oakenshield the key and the map given him by Thorin's father Thrain, who was then captive in the dungeons of the Necromancer, in the dungeons of Dol Guldur. How came Gandalf into these dungeons? Why, Pine Wolf, he must have found a secret way in. Perhaps. Maybe Siegelith has some clue?
I remember too the stories of Mithrandir.
The dwarf may be onto something, Pine Wolf. I remember some of the stories too, and though the plight of the dwarves was not one that concerned us in the days past, I have heard the tale of which he speaks. More than that, a friend of ours played a part in it. Poor unfortunate Radir journeyed with Mithrandir on the long hour ago quest of the dungeons of the Necromancer. He spoke on a time of the ways they trod together, and that there was a secret way into the foundations of the fortress seen as a certainty to me. We must find it, Pine Wolf. It must be somewhere at the base of the rocky spire on which Dol Guldur stands, either in Gothburs or in the Ashenslades. Right. So I'm to find a random secret entrance into Dol Guldur. What could possibly go wrong there?
Dimly remembered stories from his childhood, oft repeated in the darkness of his cell, have struck the spark of memory in Bori the dwarf. He is certain the passage you discovered is the same used by Mithrandir long ago to enter Dol Guldur in secret.
Maybe we'll never know if that's true, but we'll see if this leads anywhere or if this is just a wild elf chase. How about going out? Nope, nothing that way. Nothing this way. Well, we have some Morval here. So perhaps that could give us some useful information. Oh, what's happening? Oh, right here. We have arrived, my friend. But now that we are here, I wish it were not so. Ah, Mithrandir. I did not conceal the danger from you, Radir. Did you believe this journey to be the fortress of the Necromancer would be easy? I would have sought another guide had I known this to be true. It was spoken in jest, Mithrandir. Well, mostly in jest. In truth, who could wish to be in this forsaken place? It is well spoken, Radir, but there are things that need finding out. Then I hope that we could find them and emerge from these caverns the better for it. Well, I suppose if there are memories of Mithrandir around here, he and Radir must have been here together at some point. Right? See, nothing that way. That's where we came in, right? Or actually no, this is the new passage. Up the stairs. With these whites. Let's take care of these whites. Now, interesting concerning the whites, in that, oh, more images first. Hold a moment, Radir. We have done well to come this far, but I must go the rest of the way alone. But why? Have I not proved myself a staunch companion? I cannot let you face the Necromancer on your own. My dear Radir, did you think I questioned your bravery earlier? I did not. I do not yet know what this Necromancer is, but I have my suspicions. If any of them be true, even Gandalf the Grey would be a fool to face him in this fortress. But how can that be? How can the Necromancer wield such power? I go to find out. Stay here, my friend. I will have need of you on my return. There you go. And now for the next section. But yes, memories of Mithrandir in the past, and whatever I was going to say before, I haven't a clue what it was. See, Mithrandir ruins all of my thoughts. He just interrupts all the time, just wanting to make sure you remember him. It probably had something to do with these being outcast. Oh, yes, right, the whites. And I'm going to forget again, right? I have never been up to a place like this. Already the presence corrupts the woods around. That is the way of such evil. If it is not checked, it will spread outward in all directions, corrupting good lands and people. I will stand against the evil. I am not afraid. There you go. I'm actually ripping through these outcasts pretty quickly. Or, correction, the cat is ripping through these outcasts pretty quickly. I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. Go. Now back into the next area, which I think is the one to the right here. Yeah, I've done this a few times. And after all, you need to do this in order to get Skirmisher in Middle Earth. Right? I missed something? Oh, okay, that's the turn I missed. Alright, here we go. Outcast goblins. Yeah, concerning these outcasts, let me talk about this before I get interrupted again. I was wondering about those whites. I mean, how can they have outcast whites? Maybe I should check the label on them next time. Because really, outcast whites doesn't sound strange that whites would be able to do outcast stuff, but alright. But there are more hazy visions. There is something different about the foes we have faced in this cavern. I cannot quite decide what it might be. It is my guess that they are outcasts. No, don't look surprised. They still are our enemies. These are those who the necromancer has little use for whatever reason. And so it is they collect in the detritus beneath the fortress, beneath his notice. It is my hope that we shall be the same. Now, actually, maybe the whites are there just to keep the outcasts from getting into the main area. That could be a possibility. That at least is something that could potentially make sense. That the whites are there as guards. Yeah, alright. Plausible scenario. I think we'll run into some more whites later, so therefore we could test out that then by checking out what name they have above them. So I never thought about where the whites fit in with all the outcasts. And here are a forgotten shade. So shade would be similar to outcasts then, I suppose, because they are forgotten. Hazy images again. If the necromancer is so powerful, how can he not know we are here? It is true that, were he looking for them, there are signs that might reveal us to him. As long as I refrain from any display of power, he should not be aware of our presence. His own wicked sorceries serve to hide us from him, like a whisper in a crowded room. Then may the room remain crowded, and the whisper silent. Now let's go back. I think this is where we run into round 2 of the whites. Okay, this is Thuriman white. Whatever Thuriman means, I have absolutely no idea. But I can imagine then that they're not necessarily outcasts, but they are here to keep out the outcasts, so to speak. Mithrandir, where are you? Something is wrong. Why has he been gone for so long? Should I go up after him? He told me not to do so, but... Ooh, Mithrandir. Mithrandir! What happened to your staff? I had to leave it behind. There is little time. What happened up there? Thrain is dead. He did not know his name at the end, but it could only have been he. The dwarf ring, the last of the 7, had been taken from him. There are shouts from above. We have to leave, Mithrandir. Listen to me right here. The necromancer is Sauron. He has returned. Of course, that is no shock to us, seeing how we are here several decades later, after everyone knows that the necromancer was Sauron. But, well, some of my hypothesis concerning the whites there being there mainly to keep the outcasts from getting up here, because there are a couple of outcast Morval here. And I hear footsteps coming up. More outcasts? No, it looks like a dwarf and an elf to me. Ah, hello there. I can hardly believe it. But this passage is exactly what we need in order to launch our final assault upon Dol Guldur. We will surprise them from below, and be within the walls of the fortress before our foes know where they're under attack. We will return here with a sizable company and launch our final assault. Sizable company? You mean I don't have to go alone? I know what the answer to that is. Mission accomplished.
Both Radir and Mithrandir have aided us, even in death.
You have done it, Pinewolf. This secret way into the foundations of Dol Guldur is just what the Golden Host needs to take the fortress by surprise.
The last assault on Dol Guldur is upon us.
We will strike against the stronghold of the Nazgul in Mirkwood, and may the very foundations of the tower shake with the drums of battle. Goldagnir has drawn up a plan for the assault. Speak with him to learn of your part in it and that of your allies. I know what my role in it. It is to do all the work. What else is going to be my role in this? Well, we will have to see. But that is my working hypothesis, because that is what we had to do for all the rest of the battle so far, right? Right. All right. What role do I have in this battle? I'm sure it's a tiny, minuscule role that is of no significance, right?
There will be no better time than this to assault the tower of the Nazgul.
Lord Celeborn has determined that we cannot withstand the counterattack should all the armies of Dol Guldur move on us at once. This will be our final offensive. We will drive our forces and lead a concentrated attack upon the tower. The main force of the Golden Host will assault the front entrance, clearing the way for a second group of adventurers. A kinship of great notoriety to assault the tower. Meanwhile, you and your allies will enter the fortress by the secret way used by Mithrandir and engage in a skirmish within the tower. The enemy will be in disarray, not knowing on what front to do battle, and we will have that day. So there are 2 battles that are going to be inside the tower. And we will see our half of that in the next episode of Piney Plays, the Lore Master.